it's pretty obvious at this point. If you want anything to do with the holidays, you've got to stay tuned to City Line. We've got you covered, including the roast beef and gravy we're about to make. Please welcome Claire Tansey from City Magazine. This is so holiday. I mean,
this is actually kind of funny. This is exactly what I'm going to be serving for Christmas dinner.
Of
we will add a
course.
salad because of my French heritage.
Yes.
And we will probably have some kind of appetizer, and literally this is what we're
this
gonna
is
be
it.
having.
Actually, just take it home and put it in the freezer, and then you're done.
Yeah,
no,
exactly,
wrong?
right? Not wrong, not wrong. Okay, so roast beef and gravy, Yorkshire puddings, roast potatoes, the works. This is what the
Everything
British
you
call roast beef with all the trimmings.
Right.
Intimidating, I know, but it shouldn't be. I'm going to tell you
Okay.
why. We're going to start with the roast and the gravy because I get so many questions about gravy. But let's talk about the roast first.
Okay.
Okay, so roast beef. Now listen, it's the holidays. Do it. You're going to do this once a year. I know this looks like possibly a really large piece of meat.
Yeah,
You're going
it's
to eat
huge.
every single piece of this. There's a bone in there, but otherwise you're just going to eat it all. So this is pure, delicious wonderfulness.
You don't even have to convince me.
Oh, good.
Of course
Okay,
you're
great.
gonna eat it all.
Okay, good.
Absolutely.
So I just know that sometimes you feel like, okay, it's a big deal. I'm going to do a big roast, and I don't want to screw it up. And
yeah, I definitely get that.
Okay, we're going to fix that. Don't you worry.
Okay.
So first of all, we need to season. Now, seasoning, I always use kosher salt for seasoning, and I'm going to use lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots, like almost a tablespoon. And you have to think that it's because when I'm serving this, I'm only getting a slice. So it's not like I'm going to eat the whole salted edge, right? So you season it super, super generously, and
does it actually, I was going to say, does it stay on there?
it does it. You
Just
force it.
pat it in there a little bit.
Fresh thyme and Dijon mustard.
Okay, mix that up.
Yeah, so now roast beef, the good thing about roast beef is it doesn't need much.
Right.
You know, you don't have to worry about marinating it or brining it or anything like that. You just take some nice mustard, do a generous schmear, and it's ready for the oven.
And the Dijon's got a lot of flavor.
Absolutely.
There, right?
And again, you're only going to be getting a little thin slice of this exterior edge, so you want to make sure that the whole edge is nicely roasted. Okay. This is obviously on a rack in a roasting pan. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. You can be using like a cookie cooling rack on a cookie sheet. Yep, it's good. This goes into the oven nice and hot. Roasts up. Get yourself one of these. It'll cost you $10 to get a thermometer. And if you want it rare to medium rare, which is about what we've got there, 120 degrees.
Okay.
120 degrees on this puppy. And that's only going to take about an hour and 15 minutes.
Oh, that's good.
So it's really, really fast.
Yeah.
And then I always say with roast, let that rest.
Yes.
Let it rest. So when it comes out of the oven,
leave it alone.
45 minutes.
Okay.
I know. You think, oh, maybe 5 minutes is enough.
No.
No. You want to take a good 45 minutes to let that puppy rest.
Okay, so that wasn't so hard.
No, like it's really,
That
really
wasn't so
easy.
hard at all. It's just the size of the meat that makes it intimidating, right?
Exactly, and you can
do
always
this.
practice one on the weekend.
There
I'm
you
just
go.
saying, you'll eat roast beef sandwiches for the rest of the week. You'll be very happy. Now, okay, gravy. Like I said, so many questions about gravy. I don't know why gravy is a mystery. How do you feel about gravy?
I feel like it's fairly easy, actually.
Right?
Because I just go and I buy it in a package. They just sell these little packages. You just
They
put in a-
do? What are we doing
My
here?
mother just fainted listening to that.
So did mine.
Sorry, Mommy.
It's all
I
right.
don't. I would never do that.
So listen, this is your roasting pan that your beef roasted in, and it's got all of this luscious beef fat in it.
right.
And that is what makes a good gravy.
That's the flavor.
And this brown stuff, you're like, oh, this pan needs to go in the wash. Ooh,
No, it doesn't.
This pan needs to turn itself into gravy.
Okay.
And the thing with gravy is you think fat and flour. So F with F.
Yeah.
So you're never putting the liquid directly into the fat.
Okay.
All right. So
right.
fat with flour.
Fat with
so this
flour.
gets mixed in. And essentially it's like making a white sauce or a cheese sauce or anything like that. You're trying to get your flour incorporated into your fat, and that's what's going to thicken the gravy.
Right.
Now, once this is all mixed in,
Are you digging out? Yeah, you're digging out
I'm
the
going
little
to dig. I am going
charred
to dig. I'm
pieces
also
there.
going to increase the heat here, and now I'm going to add beef stock. Now this comes from a package.
Yes, it does.
There you go. You can make your own, but not this time. So that goes in, and you use your whisk if you wouldn't mind.
To whisk this out?
And you just whisk and whisk and whisk, and then it cooks for about 10, 15 minutes, and it'll thicken naturally.
Man, that smells good
Doesn't
already.
it smell so good? You can add a glug of white wine if, say, there's one right here that Red wine will make gravy purple, so don't use red wine.
Oh, okay, good tip.
You know, unless you're into that.
Yeah.
And so your gravy is made. It can sit on the stovetop just staying warm. Meanwhile, your beef has been resting, and then you can carve it, and you're ready to go.
I want like a glass of this.
Okay, we can
God,
serve that out.
it smells good, people.
I know. This is the thing. Beef is good and it's super tasty and you don't need too much of it. So everybody's
Right.
going to get a couple of slices of that. This
Yeah.
roast actually is a little over 2 kilograms. That is going to serve 12 people.
Oh, that's really
You
good.
know, and all your sides are going to fill out the plate really nicely. You're going to make some kind of nice dessert too.
We're going to do the rest of those sides a
You
little bit
betcha.
later on, but this recipe, this gravy and this roast, cityline.ca for all the details. Thanks so much, Claire.
got
That's
it.
great.